Jose Trujillo. I'm a fine art painter. I'm coming to you here from my art studio to share with you one of my messages that that have helped me in my business, my artistic career, my marriage, and my just overall my life. And I think that they can serve you as well. I hope they can. This message is intended for artists, but if the message fits someone else, awesome. If you're not painting, if you are, better put this way, if you don't know what to paint, if you're stuck there, if you're like, I don't know what subject to paint, I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to paint, you're probably, bear with me, I'm not trying to offend anyone, you're probably not a pro yet. And being a professional doesn't mean that you're famous or not, or successful. It's just a professional artist. You're probably not a pro yet. See, one thing that I've learned with professional artists is that they don't sit there and think about what they're going to paint. They don't. You might paint beautiful, or you might paint. You're an amateur, and you're not. Your skill level is not there yet. It doesn't matter. A pro is a pro whether you're an amateur or you paint really beautiful. It has nothing to do with your skill level. It has to do with your attitude. A professional, first he paints, he sculpts or whatever, and then he figures out the next part. And when people are not pros yet, what they tend to do is that they get stuck in the figure. They start measuring and they take the photograph or whatever it is that they do, but they never get to it. They never. If you're a photographer, and you might tend to do this, that you'll go and look at a scene or imagine yourself, oh, if I could only find that perfect scene, and then you reminisce on that, or whatever. You sit there and you won't move. Is what I'm trying to say. You get stuck on the thinking, on the thought of it. And artists tend to do this a lot. Painters do this a lot. I know I've done it a lot in the past, where I would get a canvas and then start doing the preliminary sketches, and then a month would go by, and then do some more sketches, and another month would go by, and then oh my God, and then before I knew it, I was stuck in how I was going to do the line here and there, and I hadn't even started yet. I hadn't even put my paints there. I know I used to do that when I first started, and I continued to do it as I not only when I first started, I started doing it, of course, when I first started, but I continued to do it throughout my artistic career. And I know that pivotal point when I knew I became a professional is that I stopped doing that. What I started doing was, what? There it is. Here are my sketches. Let's go for it. It's time to jump. If you never jump, you're not a pro yet. And the reason why I'm saying this is not to offend anyone, but to help you figure that out so that you can let it go. If you're sitting there thinking about, there's too many people doing that already. There's too many people sitting there lost in the figuring, analysis by paralysis, or some other words that I heard people call. There's too many of them. Those people generally don't do anything. Don't be one of those people. Jump, even if it's ugly, even if, whatever, ugly to who, just jump in there, and just by the sheer survival, you're going to figure things out. You're going to find out, okay, I'm going to do this. Okay, now this is the next step. I just saw this cartoon with this movie with my kid on at the movie theater. So we went with my wife, my kid, and we saw Finding Dory, and that's what I saw, and it just keeps swimming, what would Dory do? Something like that. But it made me think, why sit there and figure it out? You're not moving anywhere, and you're waiting to do the right move. The right move is only going to come out as you move, not because you're thinking and you're figuring. This whole pulling back and analyzing, all it's going to do is just going to keep you where you are in this moment. It's not going to propel you to the next step. The only way that it's going to move you there is action. And if you won't jump, well, then you have to do something to make yourself jump. My name is Jose Trujillo. I'm a fine art painter, and thank you so much for watching.